Hello and welcome back. My name's Shams Lally. Today I'm going to share with you what I would eat in a whole day when I was on prep in order to get lean, stage ready lean. You will see all the food I eat, the meals that I eat throughout the day. I will also chuck in a back and biceps workout for you. Let's get straight into the video. When I was in competition prep, I used to wake up at 6 o'clock in order to get my cardio in first thing fasted. Now I actually do my weight training sessions at 6:30. So this video is based on what I'm doing now. With the meals that you will see me eating, I would normally have done my weight training session after meal 4. If I had one word to separate two people, one from looking great and being successful in life to someone who isn't successful and doesn't look the way that they want, that one word would be discipline. If you have enough discipline, if you have the right goals and the right vision of what you want to achieve, you can create the discipline in order to separate yourself from the rest. Just by making a few small choices, a few small changes daily, it adds up and you can create a better body and better future for yourself than you realize. "75 grams of porridge, 3 egg whites and 1 whole egg, 1 scoop of whey protein, and we're going to add 50 grams of banana." Normally where I make the egg separate to the porridge, but this is how I liked to do it. Have it with a bit of a crunch is what I liked. With eggs and porridge both being wet, it wasn't really enjoyable for me to eat, whereas with this, at least I got a bit of crunch with the eggs and the porridge, and it just went down a bit nicer, and it was just a change, mix up what I was eating day in, day out. But I did this for a long time, and this was exactly what I ate. I was like a robot with my diet. If I got told 50 grams of banana, it was 50 grams of banana. I would stick to my plan like you wouldn't believe. I'm filming this on my day off work, but get this, I actually have to go into work. So I'm still gonna do this video, and after I've dropped Theo off at nursery, I have to go into work for a couple of hours, but I don't care. I want this video out to you guys because it's really important. One of the hardest things about being a bodybuilder and having my boy is the fact that eating to me was a job in itself, and having to prioritize food over spending the quality time I want with Theo was a really big part of why I decided to stop competing. Cheeky? Are they my shoes? Yeah. In meal 2 and 3, we're going to have 130 grams of white meat. We're going to have 125 grams of whole grain rice, 75 grams of fresh greens, and 50 grams avocado. That's a huge piece! No! I've had an absolutely crazy day today as well. I had to go into work for a couple of hours, and I had to actually eat my meal 3 in the car driving to work, but I got it in, did a couple of hours work, I've come back and I've made this meal. This is what 200 grams of sweet potato, 150 grams of cooked weight salmon, and 8 asparagus sticks looks like. I have to eat this quite quickly as well because I got to go pick up Theo from nursery. So it just goes to show how much food you need to get in order to build good, strong, lean muscle. It takes a lot more than you realize. We have got 150 grams of potato, 150 grams of steak, 1 egg, and 80 grams of fresh greens. As you can tell, it's getting a bit darker. It's past 8 o'clock and I'm eating this meal. This became my least favorite meal because steak was always a tricky meat, because sometimes you'd have it where it's really gristly. It genuinely used to hurt my jaw. I used to eat this every single day. No sauces, simply just a bit of pink Himalayan salt on top. I was just so sort of determined to make sure I kept everything as clean as possible. So I wouldn't have sauces and things. I just ate it as it came, apart from the salt that I was allowed to add. It's crazy because it really is a much harder thing to do, eating this much food day in, day out. And I did it consistently for years, and that is what helped build the muscle tissue. And if I aim and plan to do it again, I will be following the same process because I know it works. It just depends on what sort of goals you have. I have been relaxing a lot more with my food and I'm so happy with how I look. So you've just got to get that balance. So whatever you do, always make sure you are happy. That's all that matters. But to look good, it is hard. It's not going to be done easily. Don't think you can just eat whatever you want and look good, because otherwise everybody would walk around absolutely shredded and looking amazing. We have got 70 grams of porridge, 1 scoop of whey protein, a handful of blueberries, 50 grams of banana, and a teaspoon of almond butter. And so that's a wrap. Now, I would actually have to wake up in the middle of the night and have to have another teaspoon of almond butter and a protein shake, which would be meal 7. But I am not doing that tonight because I am not on meal prep. That is the level of hard work and how much I had to eat in order to gain enough muscle in order to compete at a very high level. Now, all everybody thinks is it was all just down to the steroids and not the training and the food and all the commitment I put in. But that is something that we have to deal with in life. When people see you succeed, they always want to assume it is something of a much easier way instead of the hard graft and the diet and the discipline that is put into the whole process. But I hope you enjoyed these meals that I've just shared with you. Even if you can't stomach the amount of food that I've physically shown you today, start with smaller amounts, get some level of consistency and structure to your diet. I promise you it will always pay off. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.